Welcome to Nonsense Farm. It's time for a farm update. I've been working little by little on this fire pit, and I'd say it's looking pretty nice, wouldn't you? So there are 8 seats. I've got gravel. The next step is I'm going to take these bricks and I'm going to dig a little trench and make a little border to contain the rocks and also define the area. So that's what's next to the fire pit. And then after that, that's all broken glass. And then there's roof shingles, just trash that was there. I got to get all that picked up just to make this area lovely. Then this weekend I got 4 of these garden beds assembled, and 2 of them I got put up there. I'll show you that in a second. Here is the status of the garden bed area. So the thought here is I'm gonna have, I don't know how many rows of 5. So here's the first row of 5. And there's gonna be landscape fabric with wood chips in between them all. It's 4 feet between everything. And so I wanted to get this landscape fabric laid and get the wood chips on it before I put the next row of garden beds, because I wanted to do it while I can still get to this with the tractor. So I ran out of time today, but that's the idea. I want to spread the wood chips on this row before I add another row of garden beds again, so I don't have to wheelbarrow the wood chips. Here you can see the garden beds. Aren't they lovely? Don't they just look like they're ready for spring? This will be the outside border of the garden bed area, and then there will be, you know, another 4-foot row of landscape cloth as long on the end there, and then there'll be fencing around it when I get all the garden beds here that I want. So these shorter garden beds, those are 18 inches tall, and so I guess that would make, what's 18 plus 14, so about 36 inches tall maybe. There's no reason for them to be that tall. It just takes up more building materials and more stuff to fill it up. So I think these shorter ones are the ticket. I'm sorry that it took me 3 garden beds to think of it, but anyway, there we are. God bless Texas. And then we checked in with all the hives today to see if everyone had enough food and how everything was going. And here's how that went. All right, so this is the purple hive, and I don't know if you remember my previous video where we made sugar bricks. Well, this was a sugar brick, and you can see how much of it they've eaten. We're gonna put another one in here, but they have pretty good population, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That hive is a dead out. They starved. There were bees with their heads in the comb and their bottoms sticking out. It's very clear that they starved. So sorry, blue hive. But anyway, the purple hive seems to be doing all right. All right, the next one we're going to open is the hive formerly known as number 4. Back when I only had 4 hives, it was number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. But since then, we have better names for them. But this one is still number 4. So we're going to rename number 4. And so I want you to say in the comments what the new name for number 4 should be. We already have a purple hive, so it can't be purple, and we already have a lavender hive, so it can't be lavender. So think of a new name and put it in the comments.
What's the verdict box be?
Okay, so we've been through a few more. So far, everybody's got a lot of weight, a lot of population. Everybody's good. Now here is the number 2 hive. Again, back when they used to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we need another name for number 2. So we're trying to name number 2 and number 4. Now y'all don't make this the poop hive or anything like that, because that's just mean. And also don't regard that yellow box on the top, because as soon as the spring comes, I'll split off that yellow box and make them a split, make them their own hive. So we need a name for number 2. All right, we've looked at everybody, and with the exception of the blue hive at the end, which already had a problem at the time that we moved them over here.
Do we want to take these leftovers away?
I'm thinking there's still bees in them.
Okay.
So I'm thinking we let them sit for a little bit. So yeah, just be sure and comment what we should name the number 2 hive and the number 4 hive, so they'll have a lovely name. Now, it is the end of the weekend, and before I leave the farm, I have got to turn off the water at the street, drain the water lines, because it's supposed to get super cold here. And I'm not as worried about the water lines freezing necessarily, but I'm going to go ahead and take that step to be safe. But what I'm mostly worried about is something freezing in the camper and causing damage that I would then have to get repaired. So I'm going to get all that wrapped up, and then I'm going to head back to town where I've got to gather eggs. I've got somebody coming to pick up eggs, and so there you go. There's your Nonsense Farm update. Again, I want to hear your suggestions for hive number 4 and hive number 2. New names. Maybe I'll think of a prize for the winning one. All right, put your ideas in the comments.